Hi guys, welcome back to Etherically Naomi. My name is Naomi and today we're going to be talking about cycle syncing. Let's talk about the 4 phases of our cycle and how each cycle affects us in our life. We're going to be discussing how to flow through each cycle with ease, how to feel more comfortable as your energy dips, how to give yourself grace when your to-do list is like way too massive for the cycle that you're in. There's going to be no more shaming ourselves for not being able to get the same amount of work done through each phase. Okay. We're going to be talking about what each phase is going to be doing to your hormones and what's happening. We're going to be talking about the foods you can eat, the exercises you should be doing, teas and herbal supplements you could be implementing, and seed cycling. We'll get into all of that. And seed cycling. We're going to also have like a spiritual intuitive focus for each phase. So first up, let's just start with the menstrual phase because that's the phase that most of us are familiar with. So we all know that our menstrual cycle is when we are our uteral lining.
Our uteral lining?
Is that how you say it? Uteral lining? We're just gonna cut that out. Uterine. This is when our insides are shedding essentially, and it's our body's preparing itself to get pregnant if that's, in the season that we're in,
Not me though.
In your menstrual phase, you're more likely to have lower energy levels because your iron is depleting. You're bleeding, hence your iron is leaving your body literally. And just like as you're going into your menstruation, you're having lower levels of energy. You're like preparing for the winter that you're about to be in. You're losing your iron levels because you're bleeding, and you're not gonna have the same amount of energy in this phase as the following few phases, right? So your body's trying to conserve and restore to help you go into this personal winter. So first up, let's talk about foods. So you're gonna wanna be eating healthy fats and proteins, omega-3s in your menstrual phase. You should be doing these for essentially each phase, but this is gonna help you with your low iron levels and your energy levels. Something on my lap. I got it. So for your proteins, think like chicken, fish, tofu. You're gonna be wanting to get like some complex carbs in there too. Carbs are really important. Not necessarily, and don't get complex carbs confused with like bad carbs. And I really don't like to associate morality with foods. As someone that has recovered from ED, kind of still struggles with consistent eating with my ADHD and stuff like that and past problems with food. I do my best to, first of all, I'm just saying I eat every day. As a former vegetarian as well, I wasn't eating a lot of vegetables. I was just eating like more bad carbs. And again, I don't like to use that term, but essentially carbs that don't do anything for you, like chips, bread that didn't have like maybe vitamins, protein, like more protein, more fiber, things like that could have been beneficial to me in the cycle, in the phases that I was in. I wasn't doing any of that. I wasn't trying. I was just eating like cheese bread, and at that time I was trying my best, but here we are, really trying to get into what we're trying to get into. It's a healthier lifestyle, it's a healthier us. And these are gonna be really good for your gut health. These are gonna be amazing for your gut health. Focus on warm foods, things that are soothing to you. When you think about wintertime, things that you wanna eat during wintertime, like stews, broths, soups, like warm foods. Potatoes, sweet potatoes are really good for like your period. Leafy greens, sweet potatoes, grapes, kidney beans, mushrooms.
Maybe not cordyceps, but mushrooms.
And again, some of the iron-rich foods I was talking about earlier are gonna be like your leafy greens, your lentils, some tuna, maybe halibut, just like fish. Think about some fatty fish. And if you wanna get a little crazy, a little oyster, a little mussel, a little clam. So omega-3 rich foods are anti-inflammatory, which means they're gonna help you with your menstrual cramps. It can also lift your mood by boosting dopamine. Some of these foods include like mackerel, salmon, tuna, and this is where the cycle syncing comes in. So what is cycle syncing? So cycle syncing is an easy way to support your hormones by balancing out your
progesterone
and estrogen levels. And reducing your PMS symptoms. What you essentially do is incorporate different types of seeds and nuts into the phase that you're in. And for your menstrual phase, you're gonna wanna do flax seeds and pumpkin seeds, about a tablespoon of each every day. Let's get into the herbs. So the herbs that you're gonna wanna do Like a herb that you would want to incorporate in this menstrual cycle would be turmeric. Because turmeric is anti-inflammatory, it's going to also aid in reducing menstrual cramps. A tea that you could look into would be raspberry leaf. Raspberry leaf tea suits the uterus, so you would like to ideally drink it a little bit before you enter your menstrual phase and during, a cup a day, maybe 2, whatever you're into. That's your prerogative. Nettle tea, while it tastes like ass, is high in iron. So it's gonna help replenish the iron that you're losing with your menstrual. And as the name suggests, cramp bark helps reducing with your menstrual cramps. Some intuitive and spiritual focuses for this phase would be to reflect and let go of the past, think about the lessons that you've learned, reflect, rest and recharge, really focus on your self-care, really focus on your solitude and what you need. Like, you really need to be like the mother of yourself. You really gotta be a star mother. Like, how can you mother yourself? Like, how, that's the vibe for your menstrual phase is, how are we going to focus on me? How am I going to make sure I'm taking care of myself? How am I gonna nourish myself? How am I gonna rest my body? Different exercises that you can get into while you're in this menstrual phase, because you do want to move your body, not necessarily high energy, high impact workouts, but you do want to be moving your body. It's always good to stretch. It's always good to do low impact workouts if you can not do anything else, even throughout any of the other phases. Let's get into that. It's really strongly suggested to do stretching, some light stretching, some yoga, some Pilates. Walking outside in nature is really grounding. It's really good. If nothing else, especially because we're getting into the fall, and that's really good for like walking outside. That weather is amazing. It's gonna feel crisp outside. You're gonna feel energized in the mornings. You're gonna feel really connected, even if it's just around your neighborhood. Whatever you can do, like 5-10 minutes outside, you will not regret it. Get that morning vitamin D. But again, make sure you're balancing that with rest. You need to be resting. You need to be resting. This is not a time to be doing whoever, whatever. It's not a time for you to be out here trying to plan 10 things you gotta do today, especially after you get off of work. It's not a time for you to be out here hitting the gym, like heavy weightlifting. No, this is not a time for you to be out here socializing 2-3 friends for the weekend. No. You're resting. You're doing what you gotta do for you, and then you're resting. And again, some seeds that you would like to implement to add to the list. I said some flax seeds and pumpkin seeds. You can also add chestnuts and peanuts. If you want salt on these things, make sure you're getting them lightly salted, because things like processed sugar and like additives are really not good. They're gonna enhance your PMS symptoms. Like, I know we all want chocolate. Chocolate's really good. Dark chocolate's really good for your period because it's rich in iron. If you're getting it like a bunch of ice cream for your period, as soothing as we think it is, it worsens our symptoms. Try to have like some alternatives. Like, if I don't have it, I'll find a picture of it though. There's a really good brand that I like, and I could probably find a healthier brand, but I like this, so I get it. It's a dark chocolate with orange peel and I think like almonds, crushed almonds in there. It's so good. When I tell you I feel sexy, I feel like I'm taking care of myself when I have orange and dark chocolate. Oh. When I smell like that too, oh, don't come for me. Don't come for me. Okay, moving on. The next phase, when you're moving out of your menstrual phase, is gonna be the follicular phase. Follicular, I think that's how follicular. I'm gonna say follicular for the duration of this video, and if it's not right, it's not right. Just to remind you, you're coming out of your menstrual phase when you're moving into your follicular phase. So your hormones are still regulating. You're not gonna have an insane amount of energy, but you're gonna start to feel more energized. You're gonna start to feel like you can begin new projects, essentially. Like, you can start planning things, and you're feeling like little of energy. Not like but okay, you get it. You get it. For your hormones, your estrogen and your testosterone are rising. Your energy and your mood will increase.
Like I said,
And some exercises that you would like to implement would start to be a little bit more, you know, like some light cardio, maybe some biking, some hiking. Hiking is always good because you're in nature, and as we've said before, nature, being in nature is really grounded, especially when you're moving your body. Some light weights, some yoga, things that are a little bit more amped up from just standard stretching or yoga or Pilates. And Pilates and yoga are hard, like especially Pilates. Pilates is hard because I've started doing Pilates and you think you're not getting a workout, but you're getting a workout. As you know, you came out your menstrual phase, that was your winter, now you're in your spring season. Things are blooming again. You're starting, like I said, you're starting to get more energy and going and starting to do more things. When you feel ready, not before then, but when you feel ready, you feel like you actually have that energy back, start incorporating HIIT into your workouts. Start doing more high intensity interval workouts. So some of the foods that you're going to want to be eating, as far as proteins go, you're going to be wanting to eat some chicken, some fish, eggs. Like for grains, think oat and barley, beans, lentils, leafy greens, zucchini, and don't forget your fruits now here, don't forget your fruits. Like I know a lot of us have acid reflux, but don't forget your fruits. Citrus fruits, proteins like nut butters, things like that. For your herbs, I'm gonna butcher how you say this, but Shishandra.
Hey girl, hey Shishandra. What's up?
Shishandra supports liver detoxification. Shishandra supports liver detoxification. It's gonna be the herb suggested for your follicular phase. The tea that I saw online that was most supported for your follicular phase was chamomile because it reduces stress and helps support digestive health. So some of the spiritual and intuitive focuses for this follicular phase in your spring season is creativity, newness, starting over, forgiveness for the things that you have maybe slipped on, and like just having faith in yourself that you're to get done the things that you want to get done in a balanced way. You want to start planning, you want to start taking adventures, you want to start getting back on the horse, so to speak. And some of the seeds to implement during this follicular phase: pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, Brazilian nuts, cashews. Moving on to the ovulation phase. During your ovulation phase, your estrogen levels are going to be the highest, resulting in the most energy. You're going to feel locked and loaded, bitch. Like you're going to feel like you can do anything. Like you can climb Mount Everest. And I'm not saying that you can't, but maybe don't, because people die doing that. I get it, but like there's nicer hikes. So as far as your hormones go during the ovulation phase, your estrogen and your progesterone are peaking, which makes us more spontaneous, more adventurous. We want to do more, we want to be more social, we want to have fun and just be out in the world and do things. It's a good time to finish projects because the next phase is gonna you're slowing down to prepare for your menstrual phase. So you're not gonna have as much energy in the next phase. Another thing is your libido is gonna be high, really high. If you have a partner or just even by yourself, you're gonna be more touchy and affectionate, maybe just wanting to experience pleasure. Just maybe wanting to experience pleasure, and that is beautiful. As far as fitness goes, this is the time you want to be doing HIIT exercises. You want to be doing heavy weightlifting if you're into that, cardio, CrossFit, spin, like the cardio bike. As far as foods go for your ovulation phase, think carrots, high water content fruits and veggies, watermelon. It's really good. It's really hydrating. Pears, eggplant. Eggplant's really good for this ovulation phase. As far as proteins, some fish, some salmon, some tuna. I don't eat shrimp, but if you like shrimp, go ahead. That's a good time to eat shrimp for this ovulation phase. Brussels sprouts are really good.
If they're done right.
I think a lot of people get turned off by Brussels sprouts because of how they're usually cooked. Nobody wants no hard freaking Brussels sprout. Make it sauteed or bake it. Fried Brussels sprouts are really good, but that's not gonna, as a person that worked at a bar that had fried Brussels sprouts, I would be in pain from all that grease. Don't do it to yourself. Go opt for the healthier options. A little balsamic, a little sea salt, a little onion powder, paprika, cayenne, whatever, just put it on here. Just do that up. The oil, do it up. So So I read maca, like maca powder, is said to increase libido. And as your libido is already high during this time, if you wanted to promote more like higher libido during that time, go ahead, do that. Ooh. I just got an idea. Lemon balm is another good herb for your ovulation phase, as it boosts your mood and your energy and decreases anxiety. As far as teas go, you want to go for your green tea and your matcha. Be a matcha girly. Or matcha boily. So there's men that have periods too, so I think. I have non-binary and trans friends, but I don't know the logistics of trans men having period. I think they have periods. Like if you don't have, because I know a lot of people don't have bottom surgeries, but do, because you're taking like testosterone, right? So do you still have periods? I don't know. Y'all drop a comment. I'm really curious. Like y'all, because I don't think I've ever asked like any of my trans. I could, but I want to hear what y'all have to say. Trans lives matter. So some spiritual focuses and intuitive focus for your ovulation phase are gonna be, you're gonna be sensual, you're gonna be playful, you're gonna be spontaneous, you're gonna be magnetic and attractive. You think like a little social butterfly, just fluttering your social wings. Me? Probably not though, but for other people, yeah. This is your summer season, like you're out here, girl. Like you're out here,
And you're queer.
You're here for the social life. You're here for going out. You're here for, oh yeah, let's go do that. Let's do that. You better soak up that sun, girly, because the next phase is your body is slowing down, honey. The seeds suggested for your ovulation phase are gonna be sesame, pumpkin, pistachios, and almonds. And lastly, we have the luteal phase.
Luteal phase.
So your body is beginning to slow down in preparation for your menstrual phase. So your estrogen plummets, progesterone rises, which makes you more sensitive and susceptible to like just being emotional, essentially. Someone like looks at you or yells at you, talks to you the wrong way at work, you're like, how did you do that? As you are having fun in your summer and your ovulation phase, in this luteal phase, your libido is decreasing, honey. Like, you're not looking to have any sex. You're not looking to have no sexy time, no, none of that. You're looking to like curl up in a ball and like prepare. You're ready for war. You're gonna wanna start slowing down because your energy is being used for preparation. Your metabolism is also increasing, so you're gonna wanna be eating more carbs, more proteins. Just having more calories, essentially. Literally, like, we're about to go into hibernation, so we gotta stock up. In moderation, I'm not out here telling you eat like 5,000 calories to prepare for your period.
No, we're not doing that.
You know, this is to your discretion, so do as you please. Some low impact exercises for your luteal phase would be strength training, walking, some bar maybe, some yoga, Pilates, just low impact workouts so that, you know, you're getting your muscles moving, you're, you know, getting oxygen to the body and all that jazz. Like you're moving, you're feeling, you know, you're just feeling it. As far as foods go, you're gonna wanna be eating healthy fats and proteins to reduce cravings. So think like fatty fish, eggs, lentils, chickpeas, beans, avocados, foods that support serotonin production. You're gonna also wanna be looking into high fiber foods like quinoa, rice, sweet potatoes, sprouted nuts and seeds. Now, if you want to still be a little sexy during this time, you want to like get your, you know, in.
If you want to have your pleasure and eat your cake too.
Introduce some magnesium-rich foods into your diet, into your lifestyle, because they do increase energy and libido. Chocolate, like we all know, chocolate is an aphrodisiac. Some of those foods include spinach and Swiss chard and pumpkin seeds, but that's not part of the cycle syncing. The pumpkin seeds are not a part of the cycle syncing for this time. The cycle syncing seeds would be sunflowers and sesames, a tablespoon again of each. You can also include brown rice and pine nuts. A herb for your luteal phase, ginger and ashwagandha, because they help reduce stress. And as your body's preparing for your menstrual phase, you're likely to be more stressed out because you know you're gonna be lower in energy and you're gonna feel like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna feel like most days. But that's okay because we're still gonna do our self-care. And burdock root helps clean the liver. And as you're going into your menstrual, even on your menstrual, a good suggested tea for your luteal and your menstrual phase is spearmint or peppermint tea because it helps with bloating. And this is your fall season, honey, before your winter, before your menstrual. Your luteal phase is your fall, really slowing down. You're easing into rest. You're resting. you're nurturing yourself. You're nurturing yourself. And as I talked about ashwagandha, and I'm also going to be talking about liquid vitamins in like a few weeks, because I'm going to be getting them, honey. Maybe like a month or two, but I'm going to be getting some in the near future, because I've been stepping up my vitamin game. Oh, we'll get into that. So those are the 4 phases, and if y'all feel like I missed anything, or you think I misspoke or did not have correct information, please inform me down below. I would love to talk more about this topic moving forward. I am in each phase. I will eventually start doing videos for those specifically. This was just like an information introductory to these 4 phases, because I think a lot of us, unless you're plugged into like the self-care, productivity, like shower talk, single psyching, like niches, you don't know anything about this stuff that a lot of people are coming into. And we're just here to share the information so we can all have easier lives. And I can tell you, me not having this information affected my life so much. I could have better prepared myself way earlier than what I'm 29 now. Life has been so stressful. I mean, you not understanding how your body is so hormonal, your energy is just gonna up, weave, and bob. You need to be prepared to take actions that align with each phase and season that you're in. And the most important thing is that we're not blaming ourselves for not having the same amount of energy that we did when we were in our ovulation versus our menstrual, because we can't do the same stuff. We're not men. We can have this very masculine way about going about things and having a set routine and doing the same things, getting like the same amount of work done, if not more. And we're not like that. We can have that, but you're gonna be imbalanced. There's a lot of women that do have more masculine energy in that regard, and it's fine for them, you know, but I am not one of them. And especially with me being on the spectrum, I get overstimulated very, very easily. You might not be able to tell that I'm on the spectrum by looking at me and meeting me and working with me, but I am. And there's a lot of masking that goes on for people that don't know. It's just hiding essentially what you're going through and appearing normal, so people don't like point fingers like, what the fuck is wrong with you, or like they just won't understand. Anyway, I will be having a video in like maybe a month or two after I get some liquid multivitamins and just having more vitamins in liquid form, because that is a trend that I've been seeing going around, and it's something that I really just want to try, because as I've been taking more vitamins, I've been a vitamin girly for like a few months now, and I want to just up what I'm taking. I want it to have more of an effect. And liquid vitamins, essentially, like they enter your stream faster, like they're like, I guess, more potent essentially. I just want to make sure that I'm getting everything that I am lacking, because I don't eat as much of the leafy greens and stuff that I would love to be eating. I got some kale in the fridge that I'm gonna be cooking up later. I'm not cooking it, but I'm gonna make a salad later. I know there's things that I cannot eat every day that I would like to supplement, so stay tuned for that video. Now that you know the best things to do for each phase, how are you gonna incorporate these into your lifestyle? Let me know down below. And as a reminder, I am not a licensed therapist or physician, so you need to do your own research. You cannot come back here and be like, you told me to do this and I had this and that. No, you do more research yourself, girl. Or them, they, them. Whatever your pronouns are, just do more research for yourself. I hope these tidbits make your life easier. As I've been making this video and doing this research, my life is gonna be a lot easier as I incorporate these tips into each phase that I'm in. I struggled with being so hard on myself as having multiple businesses and working full-time 9 to 5 and just not necessarily getting all the things that I want to get done. Like you can't all the time. Having this knowledge has helped me be easier on myself, give myself more grace. All right, bye y'all.